All right, hey guys, my name is Keith Kearney. Welcome to the 2 a.m. Traffic, 8 p.m. Eastern Time webinar. I'm here with my good friend and partner, Chris Curtis, and we want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy schedule tonight to be with us. If you're brand new and this is your first 2 a.m. Traffic Hangout, we want to show you the blog itself. We want to log into the back office, show you a little bit about this pro membership, why we feel there's so much value in the 2 a.m. Traffic Power Blog, and how you can use this blog to literally build any business that you desire. So let me go ahead and go onto a screen share here and show you guys. This is the 2 a.m. Traffic Blog. Now, we do have multiple templates that you can choose from. So if you want to create your blog, make it look a little different, customize it to your business, you can do that. But when you purchase a 2 a.m. Traffic Pro Blog membership, this is the custom theme that you will have by default. Now, just so you know, all of the banners that go out, see, these banners are removable, so if you want to put a different banner up top, you can do that. But the banners will link out to your specific 2 a.m. Traffic affiliate link. Okay, that means if somebody clicks on this link, you are going to get credit for when they sign up. The same will be here on the sidebar as far as the free video banner, and down at the very bottom, we have yet another banner for them to click on as well. So anytime they click on any of these banners, guys, it's going to link out directly to your 2 a.m. Traffic blog. One of the reasons we feel that this blog is really powerful because we have a team of people that are adding content. Chris and I have been involved in this industry for a long time, especially when it comes to search engine marketing, and we know what it takes to get a blog listed in the search engine. We know what it feels like to struggle and not generate leads as well. So if you really want to start building those leads and those residual leads that come in every single day, eventually you will have to learn how to get yourself out there, position yourself as a leader, and that's what this 2 a.m. Traffic blog can do. Chris, before I go on and show them a little bit more, is there anything that you wanted to add to that?
Well, not really. One of the things that I would point out about 2 a.m. Traffic, though, is it is, I want to reemphasize, extremely customizable. And the theme that we have, this theme, I believe is one of the best themes that I have ever seen. It's got everything you need to completely customize. You can customize the banner, the banners up at the top and on the side, like you said, Keith. But just a really powerful theme in and of itself, and then we have all the other custom options as well. So you can really brand yourself as a professional very easily with the 2 a.m. Traffic blog platform, which is really important.
Awesome. So those of you that know me, you guys know that, well, you know Chris and I, you know that we're involved in a couple of different opportunities. You know, we don't like to spread ourselves too thin. But we definitely believe in diversification and multiple streams of income. So it's easy for us to get on these webinars and just say, hey guys, we create hundreds of leads every single day. But I just wanted to really share with you guys what it looks like from a new affiliate starting a brand new business with nobody to sponsor. Now, yes, I did have previous experience. Before I joined this one business that I'm about to show you guys, I had success in 2 other companies. And I did have success with search engine marketing, mainly with video marketing, but I want to show you what it looks like when you start a business brand new and you work your way up from the bottom. And I'm talking about no cross-recruiting. I didn't say, hey guys, everybody from this team, come join me over here. That's not the kind of person that I am. But let me just show you the back office of this company that I was with, and you can see here that I started in August of 2011. Okay, I started in late August of 2011. This is my volume report. And you can see I had $94 in volume. That was the first month. It was probably my personal order. Took me a couple of months to get going. Once I hit January here, though, guys, as a team, we did 1,800 in volume, and then it jumped up to 6,000 the next month, and it went all the way up to where we actually hit a peak in October of 2012. And I'm going to highlight this here so you guys can see that. Our team did $20,807 in volume. Okay, so this was our peak month. You can see after these months, guys, we still had a couple of nice big months here, 18,000, 17,000. And I'm going to show you all the way up to where we are currently. But I would say without actually adding all these numbers up, I'd say roughly did somewhere in the vicinity of $250,000 to maybe $350,000 in sales for this company in a couple of years that I've been doing business with them. And the best part is, guys, is starting in 2013, I really took my foot off the gas with this company. So I'm not showing you all these numbers to brag about how great we are and how much we do, but I just wanted to first of all try to qualify myself just a little bit so you can kind of see where I'm coming from here. But secondly, I want you to understand that all of this traffic came from, or excuse me, all of this volume came from blogging. It came from getting myself listed in the search engines. It came from positioning myself for company keywords that I did my research on, that I knew people were searching for, and I made it look really easy. In fact, guys, I had people above me in this company that were calling me and asking me, what are you doing? How are you doing all this? Now, guys, if you take a look all the way up to current, we had just last month, just did 6,699 in volume, and it jumps, it goes up and down. Like in August of 2014, we had a nice month at 10,395. But guys, this is a residual volume because I position myself in the search engine. Now, I want you to understand, I'm going to show you some proof of this and how it works. But we were holding top search engine ranks in Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Google changed some algorithms around. They changed the way they qualified, or excuse me, they ranked websites. So I wasn't able to hold that position in the top of the search engine for Google, but I was able to manage to hold the position in the top for both Yahoo and Bing, which I'll show you guys in just a second. And that's really where all this volume comes from. Now, yes, we do get a lot of customer orders that come in, but a lot of those people that came on board with us then went out and tried to copy what we did. And in fact, Chris, you know what this is leading up to here, because at this point in time, when I was doing 20,000 and 15,000 a month in volume, 2 a.m. traffic did not exist. Okay, we didn't have something as simple as we have now. That's why I'm sharing all this with you. I hope this makes sense, because all we had was a little training module that took people and showed them how to get started with their own domain name, showed them how to get started installing WordPress and going through all the crazy hoops that people have to jump through in order to start their own blog. And we lost a lot of people along the way. So could you imagine, guys, back here when we had some big months of 20,000 and 18,000 in volume, if we had a system like 2 a.m. traffic, something that we could plug people into and say, look, you don't have to build your own blog. You have one built for you. All you have to do is basically learn how to add content. There's no doubt in my mind we probably couldn't have gone over 100,000 as a team. Now, I took my foot off the gas with this company because I decided to pursue something different. Chris and I are involved in, like I said, multiple streams of income, but this is definitely one that I stopped working, I'd say probably somewhere in 2013. I don't remember the exact month 2013, but I definitely started to take my foot off the gas, and we still had some huge months and still continue to do so. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is show you the back office of Google AdWords, and I'll explain why I'm showing you all this here. This is actually one of the keyword tools that I use to get listed and get ranked in the search engines, because if you want to get listed, guys, you need to find out, first of all, is there a demand for the keyword? How many people are competing for that keyword, and are you likely to get to the top of the search engine? Those are things that you need to ask yourself. So if you want to get a Google AdWords account, it's free. You just have to link it to any Gmail account that you have open. So just go to Gmail, make sure you're logged into Gmail, and then go to adwords.google.com. You can log in, 1, 2, 3, create a free account. Now once you're back here, what you're going to do is click on the Tools tab, and you're going to go down to Keyword Planner. This is the tool that I use. This is the same exact tool that I use to get listed and find out whether or not it'd be worth it for me to get listed in the search engines to generate all that volume I was just showing you guys there just a second ago. So what we do is click on Search for New Keyword Ad and Ad Group Ideas, and I'm going to type in the product that brought me most of. Now, I did sell other products with this company, Longevity. We sold, all kinds of products, but the main product that we did the most business with was this product called Tangy Tangerine. It's a multivitamin. This isn't a plug for it, guys. I'm not trying to get you to go sign up. I just want you to understand that this is the keyword that I use to get listed for. So I'm going to go ahead and search for this keyword. And what it does is it gives us ad group ideas, and then it gives us keyword ideas. You see these two tabs here? So I'm going to click on keyword ideas. And you can see that it actually shows me beyond Tangy Tangerine, which is technically the full name of the product. It's Beyond Tangy Tangerine. It shows me the average monthly searches. Okay, so that's important because, of course, this is the demand, right? If I'm looking at the average monthly searches and it shows 0 or it doesn't say there's enough search results or to show, chances are there are not enough people searching for your product or your keyword. Okay, so you have to have a demand in order to sell your product. So 1,600, I mean, guys, that's not huge, but there's definitely a nice little niche market there. If you look at Tangy Tangerine, there's 2,900 searches done a month. Okay, so and then it starts giving you these different ideas, like what if you got listed for Longevity Tangy Tangerine, or what if you got listed for Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0? See, all of these are different search phrases or phrases that people would search, but people are actually searching. Like 720 people searched for that phrase, Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0. Now, this is the keyword planner tool that I use, like I said, to see whether or not it's worth it. I immediately knew I wanted to get listed for Tangy Tangerine and Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I did wind up getting listed for a couple other words like Tangy Tangerine Review, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, but mainly, guys, it was these two keywords that brought me in a lot. Now, if you look at the competition, it's worth mentioning, but I wouldn't take it too seriously because this is showing you the cost per click. As far as people that are paying to get listed in the search engine. So this isn't necessarily the search engine optimization part of it. This isn't necessarily the left side of the search engine. It's the right side of the search engine where people are paying. But usually it's a general rule of thumb, guys. If people are paying for a keyword, there's probably also a competition, you know, in the organic side of the search engine as well. So just keep that in mind when you go to figure out what your competition is. I wouldn't take it too seriously. I mean, if it says high competition, doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to be able to list for it, but obviously low competition is better than high because low means less people are competing to get ranked for that keyword. So this is a keyword tool done by Google, guys, adwords.google.com. Let me show you real quickly. When you do a search in a private window, if you're in Firefox, this is going to give you the real, true, raw search results. So I'm just going to go to Bing, and I'm going to do a search for that keyword, Tangy Tangerine. Now this website here is mine, beyondtangytangerine.net. I've owned this website for, I don't know, 3 years now, or I mean pretty much since I got started in the business. You'll say, well, Keith, it's not the very first one, but if you see up top here, these ads, these are people that are paying per click. So if I click on this ad here, somebody's paying per click. If I click on this ad, same thing. All the way down to, you'll see Amazon has the first listing, somebody above me, and then I am the third one from the top. And keep in mind, guys, I have not added content to this blog in a long time. I've not updated it. I can't even say that I'm currently very active with this blog at all, but yet it still brings leads and sales. Today I had 2 calls for people that wanted to purchase this product. Okay, so getting listed in the search engines is important, and the same thing with Yahoo. I can just show you in Yahoo, and I could even do a search for Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And you'll see I'm right down here. I believe there's one site ahead of me. And guys, this is the company website, or one of the company websites, beyondtangy.com. So to be listed right below, I mean, in this case, I'm actually listed above Amazon in the search engine, which is usually not a very easy thing to do. So I wasn't showing all this, like I said before. If you're joining us late, guys, this isn't just to show off and show you how great we have it over here, but it's to show you that when you learn how to get listed in the search engines, when you learn the right things to do, guys, you can completely explode a business. You can take something, you can grow a business overnight. I mean, back to what I showed you before, when in those volume, see if I still have that open. Starting down here, you know, there was a couple of months where it was slow, you know, 500 and 600, and then it jumps to 1,800, and then 6,000, and then a couple of months later, we're at 12,000 in volume, okay? So it doesn't need to take a long time. Now, you have to be realistic in your approach, but if you find a good niche market like I was able to find, guys, you can completely explode any business, and people will be asking you, how do I do this? This is the best part about it. Once you get your team members plugged into 2 a.m. traffic, they're also going to get listed in the search engines for different keywords for your company. So you will have what? You'll have a financial interest in all of the people that come into your business. that post on that blog, but you'll also be earning commission because Chris and I pay out 50% on every 2AM Traffic Pro membership. So that means every $40 membership that you sell, $20 of that membership is going to you on a monthly basis. Okay, so I just want you to think about that. You got 10 people on your team, ask them to plug into the blog. 10 times 20, that's $200 a month in monthly residual income for you. Guys, it really is an amazing opportunity for you to get listed. And what's even more powerful with this 2AM Traffic blog is, see, that beyondtangytangerine.net site that I showed you, that's only one website. That's only one WordPress blog that I add content to, okay? There's only so much content one person can add to a blog. This 2AM Traffic blog, has hundreds of people adding content every single week, which, like I said, this is this team mentality of everybody adding content. It's helping us to get listed higher and higher and higher in the search engine. Guys, each day a new person joins 2AM Traffic, buys their membership, adds content. It's like we're just building this huge monster of a blog that's getting listed for all kinds of different search phrases. And Chris, I mean, we've done webinars where we spend the whole webinar just going through and showing affiliate after affiliate after affiliate of people that are getting listed in the search engines for their specific opportunities. Now, there are a couple of things, like we're making it look real easy. Well, you just get the 2AM Traffic blog and all of a sudden, you're going to get listed in the search engine. No, there are some things that you have to make sure you do in order to get listed. I'm going to touch on a few of them, and then I'm going to bring Chris in so he can also share with you some of the important factors here in getting listed in the search engines. But the number one thing, guys, that you want to really get focused on for getting listed in the search engines is good original content. I hear this so many times. People ask, can I outsource it? Can I have somebody else write my blog post for me? I don't like to write. Guys, if you're not into putting work into your business and you're looking for a handout or you're looking for a get rich quick, I mean, you're not going to find it here, and if you find it, God bless you, but I doubt you're going to find that, because you have to invest time and money and hard work to make a business work. I mean, it's just how it goes. You have to put the work in, okay? So don't try to outsource it. Don't try to, go out there. Who cares if you're not a good writer? Learn how to become a good writer. You got to start somewhere, right? You start off slow. You add some content. You add some more content. Now, of course, you want to use the keyword tool that I just showed you, and you want to first think about some of the keyword phrases that you like to get listed for. Then you can start generating content based around those keyword ideas, right? So if I started with Tangy Tangerine, remember, back to the Google keyword tool, it gives me a whole bunch of different keyword ideas that I can write about. See, Dr. Joel Wallach, he's actually the creator of Longevity, who created the Beyond Tangy Tangerine product. It just so happens that he gets searched 9,900 times per month. So do you know, just by writing about Dr. Joel Wallach, I could also spark interest in Beyond Tangy Tangerine, or people that are looking for Beyond Tangy Tangerine? I mean, guys, it's limited to your own creativity. That's why it's important for you to play around with the keyword tools, get to learn what people are actually looking for, start to add content based around those keywords, and don't sit back and say, well, I'm going to write one and then one next week. I mean, don't be afraid to write a blog post every day. Don't be afraid to add videos every day, okay? So title your information properly. Make sure you write some good, well-written original content. And then at the very bottom of your blog, this is the last part I'm going to share with you here, the last little trick that we use to get listed, you'll see share buttons. These share buttons, guys, are a really important part of the whole entire process, because once you add content to your specific 2AM Traffic blog, remember, guys, this can be content about anything. Okay, it can be content about what you did yesterday. It can be content about what business you're involved in or what business you're getting started with. I mean, it could be a vacation you took last week. It could be anything you want it to be, but make sure you're sharing the information across the social networks. This is something that Google, Yahoo, and Bing, all of the major search engines, are going to look at. They're going to look at whether or not people are sharing your content, and that's why it's also equally important and a good idea not just to write about your businesses, but to share content that people actually want to like and share. Okay, that's really, really important, guys. If you find a video that's funny, share it on your blog, okay? It's not a big deal if you have 5 or 6 articles about your company and then 1 or 2 or 3 funny videos, okay? Actually, that's what we want you to do. We want you to diversify your information and put as much information on your blog as you possibly can. Each time you add a post to your blog, guys, I want you to think of it like owning some real estate, okay? That's potential real estate on the internet that you're eventually going to own once it gets listed in the search engine. The more real estate you own, the more likely people are what? Going to come across, and they're going to see what you're doing, and they're going to want to join you, okay? I wrote 20 or 30 posts before I actually got listed for that keyword beyond Tangy Tangerine. So my recommendation is to sign up for these sites here. You know, Chris, I know you use some maybe that I don't, but I use Google+, Pinterest, StumbleUpon, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Reddit, and Dig. Once you're logged into all of these accounts, you can link them to your Facebook, which makes it really easy to do. All you have to do is click on the button. It should automatically log you right into the site. So in this example, it's going to log me into StumbleUpon, and then I just add it as a page, and that's all I have to do. So I don't know why we're not loading here. It's actually loading a little slow, but okay, so it says that I've added it to my likes. I've added the page. It shows me more from 2 a.m. traffic. I can stumble more from this site. But guys, this is what we're talking about. And then what you would do is you would go back and you would now add it to Google+, right? So you click on Google+. Then you would add it to Pinterest. Then you would add it to Facebook. And people say, well, do I have to manually click on the buttons? Yeah, you click on the buttons manually. You add the information. You write a quick little, 2-sentence, 3-sentence description about it. Maybe the whole entire process takes 5 minutes. But what it does is it creates these links that point back to your site. Okay, each link is from a high-powered website like Google or Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, and that is what the search engines look at, guys. They look at social media. How is the social media integrated into your site? I mean, we have our Facebook fan page integrated into our website. That's something that they look for. Social media is huge right now, and it used to be just get links from sites. It didn't matter where you got a link from, but now, guys, Google is really looking into this a little bit more. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys. I mean, again, just in recapping before I bring Chris in, it's important that you guys understand the power of this 2 a.m. traffic blog and you use it the right way. Because I see a lot of people get the blog, they purchase the membership for $40 a month, and then they, test it out for a month and they say, well, Keith, it's not working for me. What's the difference between the person that plugs in and within 1 month is listed for 5 or 6 different things in the search engine, and the person that plugs in and can't get listed for one? I'm going to be completely honest with you up here, guys. The only difference that I find is the person that's getting listed and having success is actually adding content to their blog. They're actually doing something. They're taking some kind of action. They're doing something other than doing nothing. I know that sounds simple and kind of like, Keith, I mean, tell me something that I don't know. Well, it's the truth. Take a strong, hard look. If you're not succeeding and you're plugged into the blog, take a strong, hard look and see how many posts you've added. Okay, see how many training videos you've actually listened to, and if you're taking action and doing the things you need to do, because you can't continue to do the right things and get the wrong results. You just can't. It's impossible to happen. And it could happen for a little bit of time. You could start doing the right things, but eventually, if you continue to do the right things, guys, the right results will happen. So, Chris, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you. I don't know if there's anything you want to add to that, but be my guest. I mean, the floor is yours.
Yeah, great job, Keith. There were a couple of things that I might just emphasize on it. You did a great job covering the information for sure. But one of the things that you definitely want to do, guys, when you're sharing your content across the social networks is when you're writing these blurbs that link back to your content, remember, Google's not going to reward you just because you link to your content from the social networks. Google's going to reward you for interaction with that content. So when you're writing these descriptions, you want to write a description that causes people to want to click on that and go back to your website, because that kind of interaction is the interaction that you want, not just putting something out there to get listed in Google. And with the search engines, I would bring up kind of the same point. You want to provide good quality content. You don't just want to get listed for the keyword phrase that you're going for, but you want to have content that's going to cause your customer to want to buy your product or cause your prospect to want to buy your product. So The thing that you definitely want to do is you definitely want to have the keywords in your title, but don't worry about optimization so much. Worry about your main keywords, but really what you want to do is you want to write your content in a conversational format. You don't want to write it like a company would write it. So if you're selling a product like Beyond Tangy Tangerine, sell it from your perspective. Tell people how the product has changed your life. Put your personal emphasis behind it. That's what's going to cause people to relate to your experience with that product. So you might want to say here's an example. Google likes to categorize things. So you might have, Keith and I were in an opportunity, just to give you an example, called GBG. Well, GBG had all sorts of different acronyms. I remember doing keyword research, and you would find things like Guided by God, or you'd find things like Global Business Game, or the Gutenberg Book Project, or whatever. But there were all these acronyms for GBG. Well, if you understand the way that the search engine algorithm works, you could actually take advantage of that. And this isn't what I would call a black hat strategy, but it is something you could put a little creativity into, and you could exploit this. But an example would be the Beyond Tangy Tangerine product. In most cases, like for example, if it's a Steve's Rib Joint or Marty's Pizza or whatever it is, you've got multiple locations across the United States with the same name. And the Marty's Pizza in Wilmington, Tennessee isn't owned by the same people as the Marty's Pizza in New York City, New York. So they're two different companies. They're two different categories. They can even be in completely separate categories. So something you might want to do to have fun and to, mess with the search engines a little bit is say, Beyond Tangy Tangerine Concert Series. And then in your blog post, you could actually have a playlist of songs, or Beyond Tangy Tangerine playlist. Because a playlist isn't something that Google's used to being associated with Beyond Tangy Tangerine. It knows longevity, it knows all the words that it sees before, but if you add a different word, if you add a unique twist, Google might think, and I'm not saying it will think, but it might think that that is a different category that has the same name as Beyond Tangy Tangerine, because you're putting a twist on it. You're putting words in there that usually aren't affiliated with that. I see that all the time in the search engines when you're doing keyword researches, research. I can't talk tonight either, Keith. When you're doing keyword research, though, you'll notice that people who aren't necessarily trying to optimize for those long tail keyword phrases are getting listed for all of the keyword phrases, and it's because they're putting a fun twist on their content. They're causing people to want to click. One of the things looking at Keith's example that caused me to want to click on his ad, first of all, it said 30% off. Okay, I was looking at all the other ads on the page, so what did Keith do? He gave a call to action, say, hey, look at all these other Beyond Tangy Tangerine listings, but I'm offering 30% off. And I'm also offering a bonus. So even though he doesn't have the #1 position in every case, when I type that word into Google and I go look for those keyword phrases, I'm going to look for the best one. I'm going to look for the one who's going to offer me something. 30% off? Heck yeah, if I've got all these other links to click on and I see a link that says 30% off, that's the link that I'm going to click on. So when you're doing search engine optimization, you don't only want to take into account the keywords that you're going for, you want to take into account, you want people to actually click on that ad, because that's what it is. It's not technically an ad, you're not paying for it, but if you get listed in Google, you're listed in the search results, that's basically what you have inside of Google is an ad that is competing against 10 other ads on the page, plus about 10 other paid ads on the page, because you have the 3 at the top, and then you have the 7 or 8 on the right-hand side. So you're competing against 20 different results. So even if you have that #1 position, somebody else on that page has a more compelling offer than you, or has a more catchy headline than you do, you could be in trouble even though you have a #1 listing. So it's not only trying to get to the top of Google, but it's getting to the top of Google in a way that's going to make people want to click, in a way that's going to make people want to interact with you and buy whatever it is that you have to offer, because that's the ultimate journey. I can't tell you how many keyword phrases that I've been listed for that you would think were very popular money keyword phrases, that were not money keyword phrases. Then there are other phrases that you wouldn't think would be money keyword phrases that are keyword phrases. So part of your keyword research is realizing where the money's at. Okay, you don't only think of, well, you know, this keyword is something that I want to list for. You've got to think of, what is somebody who's buying looking for? Okay, and Keith, in that example he gave, did exactly what you should do. Tell people what you have to offer in the headline. You know, make it upfront and crystal clear. When you sign up with me, this is what I'm going to give you. This is what makes me different and better. And that is why having a professional presence on the internet is so important. That's why having a 2 a.m. traffic blog is so important, because it shows that, yeah, you are somebody who can be related to. You are somebody who knows what you're doing. That's what's going to attract people to join your team. So be attractive with your content. Write good content. Write compelling headlines. Make sure you make people want to click. You know, even if you tell people that, you know, it's causing Ebola or something, you know, get people to click on the ad in the search engines and then follow up with that. Because once they click on it, guys, they go to your page, and then your content has to lead them to the product. So all of these things are things that you need to think about when it comes to making money online. Not only are they going to click on the link and go to the page, but you've got to think about it. Now they're on the page. What are they going to see first? What is your headline going to say? What is your call to action going to be? How are you going to lead them down to a path or down a pathway that's going to make them purchase your product? And so there's many, many different aspects of it. That's why being plugged into 2 a.m. traffic is so important. We provide you with the training. We provide you with the tools. This blog platform is the hands down best blog platform out there anywhere on the internet, in any blog network. We have capabilities, guys, that nobody else has, that nobody else is willing to bring to the table. Keith and I are more than willing to bring to the table. We give you everything you need. All you've got to do is plug in and take advantage. That's what it really boils down to. So I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Keith, I'm going to hand it back over to you, brother. That's pretty much all I got to say. Good job tonight.
Yeah, same to you, Chris. Thank you so much for adding that. That's a really good point there. Just what you said. You know, it's not just about getting listed, but it's about competing with the other 20 people on there. And just to kind of let you guys know, with that 30% off deal, because you think, well, that's great, but you know, maybe I can't offer 30% off. I just want you to think as creatively as you can, because see, with the longevity product, guys, anybody that signs up as a free member, and I'm talking free, okay, so no credit card needed, you can sign up as a free member, they get 30% off. They have to join the mailing list, but once they join the mailing list, they do receive 30% off. So what I want to share that, or why I want to share that with you, is because every other person promoting Tangy Tangerine on that page has the ability to offer the same 30% off that I do, but nobody else was able to come up or think. And it's not like this is something that, you know, needs a rocket scientist to figure it out, but like you said, Chris, we're just so used to it that it kind of comes natural to us at a point where we're like, hey, we know what is going to make us stand out. So all these other people that got listed in the search engine, they could have put 30% off, or they could have said, you know, join with me and get a special price, but nobody else actually said that there. So you just have to be creative. Sometimes you're going to get stuck and you're going to think, what can I offer somebody? What can I do differently? That's where your creative side comes into play. Usually what I like to do, guys, is offer a special training. I'll put together a little course for our people. I'll do it on a different website. Chris and I like to make these team sites, and we'll tell people, hey, if you join with us, you know, we're going to walk you through our you know, search engine optimization game plan. We're going to show you how to get listed in 30 days, or we're going to show you how to get traffic from different sources, whatever it may be, but you have to start to get creative. And in being creative, you start to build that confidence that you were talking about, Chris, which actually gets you out there on the internet and positions you as an authority. And then before you know it, people are starting to find you, people are starting to call you, and that's what the 2 a.m. traffic blog can honestly do for you. So I'd encourage you guys, if you're new listening to the Hangout here tonight, or you've been looking at 2 a.m. traffic and you have not yet upgraded your account, now is definitely time to do so. You will get a full week to check out 2 a.m. traffic. If you're not totally thrilled with it, and you just send in a support ticket to support@2amtraffic.com, we will give you a 100% refund money back guarantee on this. So no questions asked. If you're not happy, just send us in, because we know, guys, once you get your hands on the blog and you actually start to utilize it, we feel that you are definitely going to realize the value here with the 2 a.m. traffic blog and the ability to build any business, guys, which really is a huge opportunity that's on the table now. So, guys, thanks for plugging in here with us. Definitely catch us next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, on this same website here, 2amtraffic.biz. We will always keep you up to date with new trainings, anything that we're doing here new at 2 a.m. Traffic. That is the place to get the information. Guys, thanks for being here with us tonight, and we will see you all next week.